Giving up a 100 grand inheritance. In this economy, this is Felicity Was Here. Welcome back to Felicity Was Here. I'm Heather.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Dr. Joe.
And today we're discussing Felicity Season 3, Episode 3, Hello, I Must Be Going. Welcome back, ladies. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Perfect.
It's very chilly here in the Northwest.
Northwest. Midwest?
Midwest.
The Northern Midwest?
So cold, my brain hurts.
Aw. Brain freeze. Different kind of brain freeze.
Literally.
So cold.
I mean, I was chilly today, but because it was in the 60s, so.
Oh, God. Shut up, you
freezing.
two.
Yeah.
I still have the
Shut
heat on.
up.
I've got my
Yikes.
space heater next to me and a blanket. My Vampire Diaries blanket.
Oh.
That's lovely. I have like this microwavable thing that I, like a pouch with corn inside.
Is it an animal? Is it like
And
a stuffed
so-
animal?
No,
Aw.
no. It's just like a rectangle.
Oh.
I heat it up and then our whole house smells like cream corn, but it's like the only thing keeping me warm right now. It's just like get in bed with my cream corn sack. I'm so cold.
Oh my God.
Send me the link 10 minutes ago.
This is a tangent, but I saw a TikTok the other day of this girl. She did a video of her friend's back because she sleeps on a heating pad every night.
Oh, yeah.
Have you
I saw
seen that? Oh my God.
Yeah.
She looks like a zombie. Like her back is
Yeah.
fried. I forgot what they called it, but like
It's
people in the
gonna be-
comments were like,
Yeah.
your skin is cooked. Like literally cooked. Not Gen Z slang cooked, like it's literally cooked.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I hope my corn sack doesn't do
Yeah.
any damage.
I hope your belly's okay or wherever you're putting it. I don't know. You're
oh
allowed.
boy.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm very sorry for you. Like literally, I'm being
Thank you.
sincere. I'm sorry. It's very cold there. Yeah.
I'm just surviving right now.
Ugh. Well, hopefully this convo will warm you up. Doubtful. So this is definitely
Yeah.
a serious episode again. I feel like the first two were lighter
Mhm.
and now we're getting back into the serious Felicity stuff. This is the last episode with Amy Jo Johnson as a series regular. As we may probably have discussed previously, her mother had gotten sick while they were filming the pilot, actually, and then her mother passed away during that summer. So she decided, this is her take, she says she needed time to grieve, and JJ wrote her the last few episodes as long as she promised to come back. So this is her last episode as a series regular. She does come back as a guest much later in season 4, so it won't be the last time we'll see her, but she won't have, any big storylines or arcs moving forward. I did see, though, in an old TV Guide article, it seemed like maybe it was a mutual agreement too. It wasn't just because of her personal life. JJ had said, I felt like in a weird way we were wasting Amy Jo's time. She's an incredibly gifted actress, but she wasn't getting enough stuff to do. I wish we had enough money and time to focus on all of the characters, but the way the stories were going, I thought it was more fair to let Amy Jo go. In the long run, it wasn't any one thing, though. It was a number of creative factors that sort of converged to make that decision. It was a totally mutual thing. She was very much a part of the decision. I thought that was kind of interesting because Julie was such a big character in season 1 that they just kind of also decided like, oh, we weren't giving her enough to do. And I'm like, well, I feel like all you gave her to do was trauma. I don't know, like
Yeah.
they gave her really heavy stuff. So I don't know. It was interesting. I guess they just decided to focus on other characters moving forward.
Yeah, that was kind of strange and conflicting because if it was because of her mom and her grief, then why would he say that about not giving her character enough stuff to do?
Yeah. And then we do also, this is the introduction of Sarah Jane Potts as the train wreck that is Molly. So I'm like, if you're just going to replace her with a new character,
Right.
like it's the same amount of times. I don't
Yeah.
know. His explanation didn't make sense to me, but maybe he was just
No.
covering for her at the time because he didn't want to get into her
Okay.
personal stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
And not that Molly turned out to be this amazing character that we loved and rooted for.
No. And yeah, she wasn't, it's not like she was in it forever either. Like she left.
Hmm.
Interesting stuff. But I was going to ask you guys what your favorite Julie moments were or moment was from the show, just to honor her, if you had a favorite moment of Julie
Okay.
from the series.
I have one I just thought
Okay.
of. So I liked before all of the Ben drama of the first season with her dating Ben. I like their initial friendship, and I really love the scene when they first meet where Felicity's crying in class and Julie slides her the note and, check yes, no, whatever. And I thought that was just a really sweet moment, the two of them bonding. It was downhill from there, but I appreciated that before the boy drama happened between them.
Yeah. I would say it's weird to say it's my favorite moment, but I think that the Drawing the Line episodes were just like important and historic for television overall. So it's like weird to say that, a sexual assault is my favorite moment of hers. Like that, it's not, not favorite, but like I think it was just so important. It was so realistic in its portrayal. It was, I feel like really validating for women. Yeah, impactful and just like validating that it wasn't just like getting, attacked in an alleyway by a stranger. Like it was a more realistic incident that a college girl would have experienced. And I thought that they handled it with exceptional care. And so I think that will be a highlight for me. And then also in the Revolutions episode when they're doing the protest, the sit-in, at the health clinic, like her finally finding her voice as a survivor and speaking up on television. I think just seeing that whole arc overall is going to be a highlight for me of Julie.
The entire episode with the deaths.
Just kidding.
Oh my
You
God.
don't have to be kidding. I have a newfound
That's it.
appreciation for that episode.
There's a lot of emotion there, so I appreciate that. She did a lot of heavy lifting when she was active. She did a lot of heavy lifting in her role, so she really is talented, Amy Jo Johnson.
Yes. She was spicy in that episode.
She made us love to hate Julie sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. I gave the character a lot of crap, but I think as an actress, Amy Jo Johnson gave it her all. She did it.
Because she pulled it off so well.
Absolutely.
She didn't hold back.
All right, so we can dive into the episode. So as a reminder from last time, Felicity and friends staged an intervention for Noel because they were concerned about his very rushed marriage to Natalie and dropping out of college, which he ended up agreeing was a mistake. Ben's father came to New York and let him know that he's in AA and would like to be in his life more, but ended up standing up Ben for a baseball game. And Elena tested her relationship with Tracy by going on a secret, like, maybe date with her hot neighbor, but ended up seeing a sign from God that she really wants to be with Tracy, that God exists and she's willing to wait for him. So this episode, Hello, I Must Be Going, was written by Josh Reams and directed by Lou Antonio. So we open with Felicity helping Noel dye his frosted tips back to normal, while also trying to help him figure out an explanation for why he needs an annulment. As he's getting his hair done, he asks if it's supposed to sting, is a little concerned because Felicity doesn't have a great track record with her hair. Oops.
Too soon.
Her hair's still growing out, too. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, Felicity, I mean, your hair's still growing out. So then Elena comes in and Noel asks her opinion. She looks over the list of possible annulment reasons and suggests that he blame, sexual malfunctions. Felicity's like, it's not like anyone's actually going to know or hear about this. So now Noel's like, okay, I guess I should practice saying it. He's like, I am impotent. Just as the new roommate, Molly, walks in. So Felicity and Elena introduce themselves and give her the tour as Noel's head is stinging from the hair dye and he is trying to convince Molly that he is not, in fact, impotent. So then we go to Julie's room where she has Sean's camera set up because he wants her to talk about her summer. I'm like, we're already 3 episodes in. Like, we got what happened on her summer, but like Sean, I guess, wants more about what happened over her summer. So I thought that was kind of weird to like wait till episode 3 to do that, but they needed a reason to have her talk about it again. So at first, Julie tells the camera that her summer was terrible and that if you really knew what happened, ... But then she gets up off the bed, rewinds the tape, and goes back to her story where she says her birth father was kind, an amazing guy. She wasn't a donor match, but everyone was so nice. They treated her like family, and it was the best summer she ever had getting to know her birth father. So now we really know something is up. She's not telling the whole story here. Then we go to the loft where Felicity wakes up from a dream where her dress got caught in an escalator and then she and Ben were being chased by monkeys And Ben laughs, but she's annoyed because Ben didn't protect her very well in her dreams. And so Ben promises that next time he will do better when they're attacked by monkeys on an escalator. But Dr. Joe, what do you think? Like, is this saying something about her subconscious worries? Is this foreshadowing? Do you do like dream interpretation? Is there dream interpretation in therapy? Or is that more like astrology, woo-woo stuff?
I don't know if it's woo-woo entirely. Patients often ask me to do it, and I'm like, I don't know. A lot of times it's incredibly fucking obvious, though, and it's not very like, I wonder what that means. Like, it's like, oh, this bad thing that happened to you is being represented by this other nightmare content. Like, it's the same exact thing. It's, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's not super tricky usually. But I think I really sincerely believed him that he would. When he said, I'll do better, I really believed him.
I just thought it was interesting because, like, this episode, like, he was kind of the one that needed protecting, not her.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I thought it was just interesting that, like, she was the one that had the weird bad dream and he didn't protect her. So, yeah, I don't know if you had thoughts on that.
I thought that was a little bit backwards, but I think it's a real thing. I know I've woken up mad at somebody when they did something bad in a dream. So that's a real phenomenon that happens. And it's like, it doesn't make any sense. It's not rational, but it's real. I thought that was kind of cute. But yeah, I don't know. There's no monkeys later, so it wasn't foreshadowing.
Yeah. Melissa, any thoughts?
Maybe it was just to show this cute moment between them. Like, they're waking up together. They're
before shit hits the fan.
Yes. Yeah. Like, we're supposed to be like, oh, yeah, last episode, you know, they were walking together and here they are waking up together. And then, dun, 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 what's going to happen?
Yeah. Because this cute moment is interrupted.
Short-lived.
Ben gets a call from his mother about his father. Ben starts asking how long, when was the last time you talked to him? And he hangs up the phone. Felicity's like, is everything okay? And Ben tells her he doesn't want to talk about it. Just stupid crap with his dad. He doesn't even care anymore. And of course, he leaves to go shoot hoops.
Yeah, he flighted the hell out of there. Although he really did go to play basketball. So it wasn't like he was just running out with some random excuse. Like, he really did play with Sean later. So I was like, that's interesting. Yeah. He had a little bit of fight or flight going on. He was irritable and he got the hell out of there as fast as he could.
Oh, he flighted all right. So then we go to Noel and Natalie's first annulment hearing where they meet with a judge, and Noel tells the judge that he's fairly impotent. But Natalie denies it, says that Noel Crane is the best lover she's ever had. He's not impotent. If anything, he's potent. And I don't know, that gave me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. He's potent. I don't know.
Yeah.
Silly.
It's almost like the word moist. It's just kind of, that was weird. He's potent. So she just says, like, that's all I have to say about that. And she gets up and leaves. The judge tells Noel that he needs to get on the same page as his soon-to-be ex-wife before they come back. So then Ben and Sean do go to the basketball court together. It's very clear that Ben's mind is obviously elsewhere. Sean's making a little chit-chat banter while they're playing, and Ben is really into the game. I guess that's the best way I can put it. He's like, come on, let's play, let's go. Like, come at me, bro, type of thing. Sean's asking Ben if it's unfair that he's charging Noel more money in rent than Ben and Julie. But yeah, Ben just keeps pushing Sean a little bit. He's pretty aggressive during the game. Julie drops by and starts watching them play and sees Ben get more aggressive on the court, pushes Sean into a wall where it looks like he hurts his hand or wrist or something. Then they go to play again. And now Sean's getting a little, again, like, what's going on? Okay, fine, here, play. Like, they're starting to get agitated, both of them. And then Ben elbows Sean in the nose. Julie asks if he's okay. He says no. Ben flights again. Julie runs after him, asks him what's wrong. But Ben tells her that his mom said his dad is missing and his mom wants to file a missing persons report. And then Julie said, oh my God, it's like things are reversed. You know, from freshman year, I was looking for my mom and now you're looking for your dad. And Ben's like, yeah, you know, it's just, I think it's different. She's like, yeah, but you were just so great back then. I couldn't have done it without you. I really miss that. This was so weird to me.
Ugh, this pissed me off. Knowing what happens eventually, sure, okay, but even then, still makes me mad, her comments, some of these.
But this, like, the helping him part, fine. But there's some like weird, I want to be together again stuff. I don't know. It felt inappropriate. Some of the, like her behavior.
Like when she says she misses that, like him and her.
Yeah, like I want us to be there to like for each other again. And maybe she does really need it. Like she needs a friend, but also like she's been shutting everyone else out who has been trying to help her and be there for her. So yeah, it was a little weird. Like, oh, I want to go back to freshman year type of thing.
Yeah, I think it was more rewinding before everything that happened over the summer more than it was like I actually want to be in a relationship with him again. I think it was just like a nostalgia thing, like, let's go back to a simpler time, even though it wasn't simpler, but she felt at least the support from him, and that took a little bit too, I think. I don't know. I think she wants to talk about what happened, but she also doesn't want to, and if she's going to talk to somebody, it would be him, because they had been on the same level before, like that's how they connected in the past, so I think she's just wants some connection, but I don't know that it was really like, I wish we were dating again.
No, I agree. Like, I don't think she was
anybody.
actually like hitting on him or anything, but just
there were some vibes.
The way she was saying things was just a little inappropriate. More so later. The way she acts towards Felicity, but I feel like she's also just kind of crashing out. So maybe she doesn't even, really know what she's saying either and what she wants. Yeah. Well, so then we get to meet Molly a little bit more as Sean interviews her for his documentary. So we learn she's from London. She's studying fashion, photography, and orgasmology, the study of orgasms. Sean is thrilled by that, but she's like, no, I was just joking. Like, I'm trying to give you a hook for your show that he needed. So we can tell Molly's a little quirky, a little fun. Do we have any first impressions of Molly? Do you remember back when you watched for the first time?
I thought it was weird that she had what is it called? A bindi on her forehead. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Cultural appropriation. I didn't know it at that time.
Yeah, it was very Gwen Stefani though. Yeah.
Other than that, no, nothing.
She's been friendly. I can't remember shit. Everybody knows that. I remember shit, but I'm sure I thought she was friendly. She's, seems agreeable enough.
Yeah.
Like she's trying.
I think she's really cute, and I like she's kind of quirky. British is cool too. I like an accent. Later she's definitely not my favorite storyline, but I think in the beginning they like I had hope. I was like, oh, she's cute. She's a little funny and quirky. Yeah, I think I don't know what the bindi thing was about. I feel like there's a different episode where she talks about, does she give Felicity? I think she gives Felicity one at some point when she's stressed out about something. I think it comes into play a little more later, but all right, so back at the student apartment, the girls are all cooking Bubbles and Squeak. Felicity tells Elena and Molly that she can't get Ben to open up to her about what's going on with his dad. And Molly says that guys are like Venus flytraps, that they snap closed when something emotional lands on them. Silly, but you like that?
That's goofy.
Oh. It was a good image. It was a good visual and very, I think, accurate. But Felicity's worried about Ben bottling everything up forever. And Molly says, well, as long as he doesn't, start hitting you like he did with Sean. Felicity's like, huh? What are you talking about? So Molly says, yeah, he broke Sean's nose playing basketball. You didn't know about that? And Felicity did not know. And then Julie comes home too and tells Felicity that she was off spending time with Ben and, just figuring all this stuff out with his dad since he's missing. Felicity, of course, hasn't heard about any of this. Julie's like, oh, well, don't take it personally. Like, Ben opened up to me just because, we have a history together. Don't take it personally that like we have this connection. And that was the part that I was like, okay, Julie, what are you doing? Like, oh, we have this history, this connection. Like, I wouldn't take it personally. That I did not like.
The way she said it was like a mean girl saying it to someone. It wasn't like compassionate at all. It was totally like, I'm saying this to ruffle feathers.
Yes. Like a little dig.
It felt like
a little jab.
Yeah,
well, that's not cool. That was a rough episode.
Which is also why I'm like, I like that they did give her a few more episodes to like close out her story instead of just over the summer. Like, I think it would make sense, or just over the summer she didn't come back. Like, oh, this tragic thing happened, she didn't come back. But it's like, no, let's give her a few to say goodbye. And then they like make her this crazy person. And just, like lashing out at all these people. I'm just like, oh, like the ending obviously is very touching. But yeah, they had her just wilding out this whole episode that I feel kind of bad that this was our last one.
Yeah, but it makes sense, especially like what Elena says later. So it makes sense that she was out of pocket, out of character.
Yep. So then at the law, Felicity goes to address things with Ben about his dad after learning what she did from Julie. But he says he's not going to file the missing persons report, that this is what his father deserves. Felicity said she wants to help, but Ben still just doesn't want to talk about it. He's like, I don't want you to, like, don't tell me what to do. He really just needs some space to think about all this. And so then Felicity says she understands and she leaves.
That sucked.
Yeah. I was kind of disappointed because the last episode ended with her being like, now you have me. And he like, appreciated that. And now he's not allowing her to help or comfort him. It's weird.
Well, the circumstances have escalated since last time.
Right. But we would have thought after everything they've been through that like he could talk a little bit about it to her.
I understand where he was coming from. I think his dysfunction, it's hard to be like a dysfunctional person and open up to a normie and like be okay with it. No, like it's
a normie. No, I know.
Like she's pretty normal, quote unquote normal. Like, yeah, her parents have whatever, but like for the most part, her shit was like really intact, especially compared to him. And it's like really humiliating to be like, I have this really fucked up situation and talking to like a normal-ish person, they can't relate at all. It's like you've seen those memes, like when people say their trauma and like you're laughing to yourself and everybody's like, whoa, that's terrible. And to you, it's like no big deal. So it's like that mismatch, it's incredibly uncomfortable to open up to somebody when there's that kind of a mismatch. Yeah. So that resonated with me. Like I totally got that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely get why he's doing it, why he is the way he is. I think it was interesting, though, and I wonder if the Julie stuff already kind of had him put his guard up or barrier up, because he said, I really don't, want you telling me what to do. And, like, Felicity didn't do it. Like, all she was asking was, like, are you okay? Like, I want to be there for you. Like, I understand you're hurting is, like, something she would say. But he's like, I don't need you telling me what to do. And, like, she wasn't. But I feel like maybe it was kind of coming from the Julie stuff, like, I'll help you do this, I'll help you do that. Like, Felicity didn't do that, but like, I wonder if that kind of set him up already to just be like, everyone's ragging on me, like, I just want everyone to leave me alone type of thing. So I think unfortunately Felicity got the back.
Yeah, she got the blowback of that.
Yeah.
Blowback. It seemed like he kind of jumped to one space where she wasn't even at yet. Like, she wasn't doing Budinsky stuff, unlike somebody else
for once.
So like, she actually wasn't. And but yeah, again, it's still really difficult because rationally one would expect her to be like, oh my gosh, why wouldn't you blah 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 blah, because it is shocking and it doesn't make sense to typical people. Like, it doesn't compute. So he could have anticipated that. Maybe she wouldn't have judged him, but it would have been hard for her to get her head around. And it's hard to then have to rehash that and explain that to somebody. Like, this is so fucked up and I'm going to give you a little TED talk on my fucked upness. And that sucks. Like, it sucks to reiterate that out loud when you're already living it. And to have to teach somebody the shit of that. Ugh. Yeah, it's no fun.
There could be some shame or embarrassment on his part too. To like,
yeah, exactly.
Look at how fucked up my life is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Ben. So then we go to more documentary confessionals where Noel tells Sean that he discovered from Javier that Natalie, the what is it? Not grapevine. Yeah, he heard through the grapevine, the Javier grapevine, that Natalie had to get married to receive a large inheritance.
Like, no, it flashes back to him actually on the phone, though. Like, while he's telling it, it like shows you the scene of him on the phone. It's like, Sean wasn't there for that part, but it's just, I don't know, it just like made me think of like a dramatic reenactment or something. It's just, the editing kind of tickled me a little bit at that part. I thought that was a little silly.
On the phone with Javier learning about it. Yep. Yes. And then it kind of does the flashback too of Noel confronting Natalie about this inheritance. And Natalie says that Noel wasn't just a pawn to get this money. She says, Noel, you asked me to marry you, and I said yes. And Noel's like, yeah, but that was probably some like reverse psychology trick you played somehow to get me to marry you to get the money. But she tells him that she had never wanted to say yes to that question before. So she's been proposed to many times, apparently. So, she's just lucky, I guess. But she said the only reason she said yes to him was because of the time they spent together. So then she tells Noel that her inheritance, if married, would be $250,000. And if Noel stays married to her for a year, he would get $100,000. So now Noel is conflicted because that's a lot of money for anyone, but especially 21-year-old could pay off all his student loans. Now he doesn't know what to do. I don't trust Natalie. I'm just going to say that. Even though she protests a lot, I still don't trust her. I don't know.
Well, she punched him in the fucking face already. Like, that I didn't get brought up once this episode, I don't think. And I'm like...
No, it did.
Well, I mean,
in the next scene, Felicity's like, wait a minute. Like, wait a minute. A week ago, she punched you in the face. You thought you had to get divorced. Now that there's money involved, all of a sudden you want to maybe stay married. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he didn't initiate that realization. Like, he just was like, he had like the little equations floating around his mind and like forgot that he got fucking hit. It's like, what? Why are we still talking about this?
Money.
Like, why is this a conversation?
Would you guys stay married to someone for a year?
For a year?
That's what it said.
Yeah, if we could live apart. Like, if I knew I wasn't going to get the shit beat out of me on the regular, sign my checks. I don't give a fuck. But no.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a good fit.
I'm on the yes boat because you're already married. If it was like a Javier Felicity thing, like, hey, will you marry me for a green card, or I'll give you money or whatever, like, that takes another further action. But like, they're already married. Stay married for a year, sure. You live there, I'm living here. We're going, like, it's an arrangement. But then I'll get my bag.
Time flies. A year's nothing. Yeah, that's easy time.
Although I would say, like, include the cost of the divorce. That's gonna, because divorce is expensive, even when it's like
that's
both
coming
people
out of
want
her,
it. Like,
her cut.
Yeah.
She's got a bigger inheritance. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, he could pay off all his student loans and have money left over. I'm assuming University of New York isn't $100,000, but yeah, I would. I mean, it's kind of like
today,
a prenup.
No.
Like, I would then like go into a lawyer and be like, okay, we're going to stay married for a year. After a year, I get this money. We don't know each other anything after that, like no alimony. Like, I would then go in and do it the legal way so that we owe each other nothing after a year and we live apart, all that.
Yeah. In 2000, sure. In 2026, no. Like, $100,000 ain't shit. Like, realistically, no, absolutely not. But back then, sure. If I'm like 20, 21, yes, let's do it. Hand me the little sack of money. I'm going to be Scrooge McDuck. I'm going to swim in it.
I don't know. 2026 in this economy, if I'm already married,
worth it.
I have to do nothing. I have to do nothing for the next year.
Yeah, you literally just live your life.
Just stay,
I don't feel like it'd be that easy with her, though. I don't feel like she'd be like, okay, I'll see you, on this date next year. Like, we'll meet here in 1 year.
Okay, then we'll just keep vacationing all over the world. I don't know. I'm struggling to find a downside here.
Yeah.
I mean, YOLO, that's cool. I support you.
I mean, besides the punch, but,
Yeah.
There's all kinds of arrangements out there in the world. I might look into a lavender marriage. Who knows?
That sounds amazing.
Right?
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. I can thank TikTok for getting that into my brain.
It's not a bad idea.
I know. So then we go to the loft where Megan is helping Sean with his nose. It's not broken, but, it's as close to broken as it can be. He's really got to milk it. So then he asks Megan if he should take this opportunity to get a nose job. Megan says, really? You consider that? Sean's like, wait, what? Do you not like my nose? She said, well, there was this kid in school named Kyle. One day he came in with a bandage on his nose. He said he fell off a ladder, but everyone knew he was lying about it. So you wouldn't have to make up an excuse. You already have a good, stupid excuse about, basketball. And so this, instead of saying, oh my God, no, I love your nose, don't do that. Now Sean thinks that she hates his nose.
These two knuckleheads.
It's cute.
Like, it's cute.
Grand scheme of things,
these
are the least of anyone's problems.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is,
These are like the Noel and Ruby fights
a lot with
pre-pregnancy.
I don't know. Like, I feel like Sean's got insecurities and he, like, I don't know. It's hard to talk to people like that because they'll latch on to anything and then it's like a personal attack automatically, and that's very fucking annoying. And I don't like that.
And
it's mildly entertaining.
It's like, don't
for
ask
the episode
if you don't want the answer, Yeah. Then back at the basketball court, Ben is shooting hoops by himself this time, still avoiding doing anything about his father. When Julie stops by and offers to help track his father down, call hospitals, file a report, Ben does not want her opinion on the subject. She pushes back, though, says that he can't do nothing. You know, her dad died this summer. Ben's like, look, it's not the same thing. Like, I get it. You wanted to know who your biological father was. You got to know him. But some cases, not knowing your father is better.
Zoinks.
Yeah. Heavy stuff. So then Sean interviews Molly some more for a documentary about her family. We learned that her mother is a psychic, but, you know, professionally she's a real estate agent, but she moonlights as a psychic. And when Molly mentioned that she was going to go to New York, her mother said she already knew and also predicted that New York is where she would find her love. Molly's not so sure if it's true, but she hopes so. And then she says, sometimes it's hard to believe everything your parents say, even the psychic ones.
That gave me chills. I was like, wow, that's profound.
Then back at the student apartment, Noel's asking the ladies and Ben what he should do about the annulment. Felicity reminds him that Natalie hit him just a week ago, but all of a sudden now that there's money involved, he's considered staying married. Elena says, like, hell no, marriage is sacred. Run, don't walk to go get that annulment. But then, what?
Just run, don't walk. She's also like, I'll never talk to you again. So that was funny.
She's such a sister to him. I love it. Love it. So that's your away message of the week. So then Noel, I think, wants a male point of view. So he specifically asks Ben, what would you do? But Ben this whole time has been staring off into space. He looks pretty agitated. Activated maybe is the better. I was trying to think of the right A word. Activated, not really agitated.
I would have even said dissociated, maybe even for some of it.
Dissociated? All right.
Some of it, yeah. Like, because he was, like, checked out.
I just felt like he looked like I don't know, was he like he was like jiggling his leg or something or I don't know. There was like some kind of coping, soothing.
There's some activation
something
stuff happening probably.
Yeah.
But he said, like, what? Like, because he wasn't present.
Yes.
So that's the dissociation, just kind of like spacing out a little.
Yeah. So he wasn't paying attention to the conversation at all. He's like, I'm sorry. He's got to get out. So he gets up to leave. He's already out on the sidewalk. Felicity follows him out and she says, you know, she's worried about him, but he can't keep shutting her out like this. And Ben kind of flips. He says he doesn't need a bunch of people telling him to look for his dad. It didn't work last time, not going to work this time. Felicity's like, this isn't the first time this has happened. Says, no, first time he was a kid. You know, they looked everywhere for him, went to all the hospitals, filed the reports, and then they just had to wait, him and his mom, and turned out his dad had driven miles and miles away, just got drunk in his car. When he was sobered up, he came back home and said nothing, like nothing happened. So Ben says, the reason I'm not out looking for my dad is because this time I hope he's dead. And he walks away.
Yowzers.
Yeah.
I can't really fault him. I don't know. Like, yes, it's full, but like I can't. Even the last episode, I'm just like, it sucked so much that like he was comforting his dad instead of his dad was apologizing to him. You know, like I just felt so terrible for him. Like he's the kid. He needs the apology. I don't know. It just, it was really heartbreaking. But yeah, again, I don't think Felicity's telling him what to do. I think she just like wants him to tell her, you know, tell me what's going on, include me, you can lean on me type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he opened up now. So then back at the apartment, you know, Felicity goes back to the apartment and Molly says to her that she just got off the phone with her mom and her mom says that Ben feels really bad about yelling and fighting with you and that don't worry, he's going to apologize. So her psychic abilities are, you know, intercontinental, like you just can cross seas. She knows what's going on all over the oceans and all over the globe. So then in the other room, Megan tells Noel about her Jacob Kromletter story about, you know, the loser who went mental after running with the wild crowd and that Natalie is a dangerous speed for Noel and that he's going to go crazy and that 100,000 isn't even going to cover the meds that he's going to need if he keeps going out with her. But then Sean comes in and wants to talk to Megan about his nose. So he pulls her off to the side to go chat. And I like that they're all living together now because we do get like more of the full group together in these situations throughout the seasons now. Like whenever they were all at the loft together, I always liked that. And so I like that like they're all in the bigger group more often now. So it's more, dynamic.
More dynamic, yeah.
Yeah, in these scenes. So then in the kitchen, Elena tells the girls that she thinks Julie just hasn't dealt with her father's death yet, that Elena, went through the same thing when her mom died. She was acting out like a fool, and she thinks now Julie is reliving it with everything going on with Ben's dad. And Felicity says that she's just more worried about Ben right now. And then Natalie drops by to talk to Noel too. She says she looked through his 4-year plan and she doesn't care if he's a geek. How nice of her.
I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So she brought him a gift. He opens it and she got him Ram.
I thought that was very sweet. I don't like that she punched him, and I thought that was very sweet.
I think it's funny, but it was sweet. It's like, I mean, yeah, that is a
She's
geeky
trying.
thing. Yeah,
She was
trying to
trying.
relate. I don't hate it. I thought it was hilarious, actually. Like, you got me right.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be like, if like someone gave us a USB drive or something, or here's an external hard drive. I don't know. It's just funny.
I don't know.
Or like, here's an
Trying to-
iCloud storage gigabyte or something.
I would like that.
I would like that.
I would.
I know.
Like, I'm like this. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
It's
like
just
that's
funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's trying to convince him to stay. And then as Felicity leaves the apartment to grab ice cream, Ben comes back and says that he shouldn't have walked away from her, that he shouldn't take all of this stuff about his dad out on her. And she says she just hates seeing him so upset, and they hug. And I'm very, very happy that Ben came back pretty much immediately to apologize.
Pretty quick to
Yeah.
apologize or cop to something once he's called out on it. He does have a pretty quick turnaround on those things.
Yeah. So I like that it was pretty much, he just like, turned around and came back. It looked pretty quick.
Yeah.
And I also like that Felicity isn't being the Badinsky in this. Like, she wants to know what's going on, but she's not like, I think
Literally,
you should go
that's
file
all
the
she
report.
wants.
No, but she was just like,
Just
I just hate
information.
seeing you. Yeah, I just hate seeing
Yeah.
you upset. Like, I loved that too, that she wasn't like, oh, well, let's go do not what Julie was doing, basically.
Yeah. She
so
wasn't trying to be a fixer. She was trying to be a listener, like genuinely.
Yes. So I really liked that about their relationship too in this episode. Then we go back to Meg and Sean, who are still fighting about his nose. He's saying it's the Blumberg nose. He can't get rid of it. Megan says, just because it's old doesn't mean it's good. And Noel and Natalie are still fighting in the meantime. He says that they can't stay married, that he wants to annul it. He wanted to annul it before he even knew about the money. And so she walks out and leaves. Sean storms out with Natalie about his nose. So as the two of them leave, Julie arrives, out of breath. She wants to talk to Ben, and she looks at Felicity alone. Ben's like, nah, you can tell us both. What's up? And I was like,
That was the hottest thing I've ever seen in my
Damn.
life.
Yes.
Hottest Ben moment.
Like, oh my God.
I was going to hurt you if that
Thank
wasn't
you.
the hottest Ben moment, because that was
Oh my
so
God.
good. Like, no, Julie,
That's
you can tell us both.
Yeah.
We don't have a just me and you, us thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Julie was
And
wild.
he's not trying to hide anything from her anymore
Yeah.
at that point. Like,
Yes.
he's not trying to close her off for us. Oh, I just got 3 children in a row.
Yay, Ben. So Julie tells him that Mr. Covington has been hospitalized with alcohol poisoning. She had filed a missing persons report on Ben's behalf, and the hospital called her. So now Ben's pissed. He says, I told you not to do anything. Julie fights with him. She says, like, he doesn't mean all the things he was saying. He needs to go down to that hospital right now. And Felicity tries to jump in and defend Ben. Like, Julie, I get what you're going through with your dad was really hard, but like, this is different. And Julie starts yelling at her, saying, you have no idea what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. And so in the middle of the fighting, then Julie reveals she was a match for her father, that she lied. She could have saved his life, and she said no. And she was keeping it from everyone. And then she tells Ben, do what you want, and leaves.
Damn.
I don't think I saw that coming when I first saw it as a kid. I don't know. I don't know what to
Explains a
think
lot.
about this. Huh?
It explains a lot of how she's
Yes.
been behaving.
Yes.
Of course. Everything makes sense now.
From a writing perspective, do you think that matches her character, what her character would have done or not have done? I think I just wanted
I
a
don't
little
know.
more about her decision. Like, she just kind of announces
Yeah.
it. This is what happened. Then
Yeah.
we get the
Just
goodbye
drops
video.
that bomb and then splits.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, what?
I thought it was strange because the dad didn't know, like, that she existed. He had no wrongdoing in anything. So it just didn't seem like her character to do that. If it had been the mom, I could see that.
Right.
Like, if she had to, do that for her. But
well, then she stuck around and kept getting to know him, and he's a wonderful, like, if you're really that upset, like, wouldn't you just be like, no, I'm out, birth mom, I don't want to see you guys or talk
I don't
to you
think
guys.
she
Like,
did. That
do
was
we
part of
you
the
think
know?
that
delay.
was a lie too?
that's what I thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think she got
Or I
to
think
know him?
maybe, I think she got to know him before she made the decision and said no. Like, maybe they
don't
spent
think
time
so.
together. No?
Really?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm
See,
still
I
of
wish
the
they
mind.
explained more.
Yeah.
See, it's confusing.
It is confusing. I still am of the mind that the mom was like going to try to keep Julie a secret somehow. So
Okay.
that would definitely make sense. That should have been like, no, like you're
Yeah.
just gonna like act like I'm not here, but he's gonna be walking around with one of my organs, and you're not gonna like let me be in his life, but you'll let part of me be in his body. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you. I could understand that. Like, it's complicated, it's sad, but
Yeah.
I feel like there was some sort of disconnect where she would not have had that opportunity to actually have a relationship with him, even if she did. That's my idea in my head. Obviously we don't know.
Yeah. I think I wish they had explained a little more of her decision.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if that were the case, she did get tested. It's hard to say.
Well, it's like there's fight or flight, and there's freeze. So maybe she just froze and like maybe she took too long with the decision or something, and I don't know, or just maybe she was just scared of what would or would not happen, and that's why she said no.
Yeah.
And didn't realize like how imminent things were.
Yeah. I mean, I've never been in that situation, so I can't judge. But like Melissa said, I would think too. Like, yeah, the mom, it's one thing, but the dad, like, he had no idea.
And that's probably the problem.
No, I
is
know.
that
So
he
like,
had no idea.
I just wish that they had explained more. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, they don't have to justify her decision. Like, like that's, her choice.
Yeah.
And it sucks though. Like, it sucks that it ended up that way and that she's hurting so much. She's not obligated to do that.
Right. No, absolutely not. So then we go to the hospital. We see Ben and Felicity waiting in the waiting room. And Ben said that Julie's face basically made him change his mind. He couldn't stop thinking about how scared she looked. And he wants to essentially make sure he has the opportunity to do something in case his father needs him. Felicity is with him. She says she's glad he decided to come. But again, I like that she's just like quietly there supporting him. It was really nice. So the doctor comes out and says that his dad is awake now. So Ben goes to his hospital room, pulls up a chair, sits by his bed, and his father, sees him sitting there. And then, John Ritter. I mean, this scene too with both of them.
Dude.
I'm like struggling to talk about because, then he looks at Ben, but then looks away. Like you can tell that he's ashamed. But then just like Ben holds his arm and then starts crying. Like, ugh, can't. Okay.
That was a lot.
It's too much.
They were both,
too much.
They were both perfection in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of shows like Ben's still a kid and he just wants his dad,
Yeah.
Did you talk about last time the different roles that he played? Did you mention that he was the voice of Clifford the big red dog?
No, what did not mention?
Well, he was.
Wait, John Ritter?
Yeah.
I didn't know Clifford talked.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah, because I was like, he was in so many more things. Like, he was in Sling Blade, which I thought, I loved him in that, too. In Bad Santa and, Problem Child. But so, he's been in a lot of things. And I think, when I'm just scrolling in here, I think he must have been JD's dad on Scrubs, too. Because he's got JD's last name. So I'm what else character would he have played? Like, maybe his uncle, I don't know. But he guest starred on Scrubs, too.
Didn't Scott Foley also guest star on Scrubs? Or was that Grace?
Yes. I don't know. Yeah,
no,
he was definitely on Grace. But Tracy was on Scrubs.
Yes. But I think Scott Foley was also a guest star.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a patient.
Perhaps. Yeah. So I was like, he was in a lot of things. I just wanted to take a moment to celebrate him some more.
Yes. No, I mentioned the biggest TV shows, but all the other movies and things I didn't mention.
Yeah,
Clifford. Yeah, I guess I thought Clifford was just
in
books. I don't know if I knew that was a show or a movie.
A TV show series.
TV show. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job, John Ritter.
Yeah, I think he played a problematic father in there too, because it says the parents of the interns descend on Sacred Heart. Elliot is embarrassed, blah, blah, blah. JD wishes his father was more of a father. Oh,
Interesting.
yeah. I love it. I love him.
Did you know Scrubs is coming back? I think I saw commercials
it?
for it over Christmas that like Scrubs is returning. I think Hulu.
Oh my gosh. Season 10 premiere Wednesday, February 25th. There you go.
Yeah. So Tracy's going to be back on our screens again.
There you go.
Wait, does that mean that Scrubs is in the Felicity cinematic universe because Tracy, does he become a doctor? So is that
No.
is that a loose tie?
No.
It's the loosest of ties because he's Dr. Christopher Turk on that show.
I know.
But we can pretend.
Okay. It'll be the reunion in my head.
Yeah.
That's the Tracy that's in Megan's box.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So Megan returns to the loft and gives Sean an old picture. Sean looks at it. He's like, who is this? Why am I looking at this photo? She's like, no, look again. And he realizes it's a picture of Megan with a bigger nose. So it was a picture of Megan before she had a nose job. So she admits to Sean that her story about Kyle was actually her. She wasn't always the put together person that she is today. She was insecure as a teenager and maybe still is now, but so is Sean. So they make up. She says she likes his nose. She loves his nose. They kiss. It's very cute. And then he also tells her, like, you are so beautiful now and you were beautiful then. It was very sweet. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice comic relief from all the other stuff going on. The nose. So then back at the lawyer, Noel tries again for an annulment, this time saying he was led into the marriage under false pretenses, that he didn't know about the inheritance, and that is grounds for an annulment. But Natalie thwarts Noel again by announcing that she's giving up the money to prove that it wasn't her reason for marrying him. So she says again, that's all I have to say, and she leaves again. And the judge tells Noel to get a different judge. A, don't come back, and B, just get a different judge. So then Noel finds Natalie again, like, I get what you're doing. You're trying to trick me into, like, staying married to you. So, okay, I'm going to call your bluff. Like, let's stay married and not take the money. She's like, okay, yep, let's do it. I meant everything I said. Let's just see where this goes. But Noel says the only way he can move forward with her is with an annulment and starting over without all the money and marriage and all that stuff. And she agrees to that. This is where I'd be like, no. Now if we're not getting the money, not worth the staying with the lady who's punched you. This part I don't get. It makes no sense. He's like,
thanks, suck out, peace.
Yeah. I'd be like, money, yes. No money, we're done.
Mm-hmm.
So this doesn't make any sense to me now. All right. So then Ben and Felicity walk back to the apartment. And Ben says he talked to his mom, who is relieved, and that he's relieved too. When they get to the apartment, though, they see that Julie's stuff is gone. And Molly says that she's moved out. And Julie left behind a videotape saying goodbye to everyone. She makes a personal goodbye to each person. She apologizes for being so difficult the last few months. Just she was, going through all this stuff that they didn't know about. Apologizes to Elena, says she's going to miss Sean, tells Megan to take care of Sean. He deserves it. Then she says to Ben that, she's sorry she stuck her nose in all of his business. But she says, you know how there's some people in your life that you meet that you feel like you've known forever? For me, that's you. And that's my angsty away message of the week.
Good one.
Yeah, I liked that. Which also I feel like maybe Ben should have been last, because then she saves Felicity for last in the video. And she's like, I'm so sorry we fought. I'm so sorry. She's like, I know we're better friends than that fight. And I know you know that too. And again, I'm like, were you better friend? I mean, I think you're better friends with Ben and Sean than anyone else. So that's why I was like, maybe you should have saved Ben for last, but I get it. It's Felicity's show. You got to save Felicity for last. But I was just like, I don't know if I really believe that like, oh, we're better friends than that. It's like, you kind of were always snippy at each other toward the end there. But I guess they were repairing their friendship since the depths. So then she says she came to New York to learn about her birth parents, and she ended up making more of a mess. And she just doesn't think New York is the place for her right now. She doesn't know where she's going, but hopefully this time she'll learn more about herself. She says this isn't goodbye forever, it's just goodbye for now. And they turn the TV off. And that's goodbye to Julie.
That's sad for her to think that to characterize it as she ended up making more of a mess, it's like, it wasn't her fault. Like, her bio mom totally fumbled, like, multiple times. And that's not on her. Like, none of it was on her, ever.
Yeah.
And I wish it was positioned more as, like, she achieved that goal. Like, she came to New York to learn about her birth parents, and she did. Like, she did learn about it. Like, it wasn't what the relationship she had hoped for, but, like, she did learn about that. And maybe, now there's some other journey she needs to go on. But I can understand that she feels like, she made
I
a
understand why
mess
her
and-
character would say it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it just makes me sad that that's her narrative she's attached to.
But I also, do like that they say it's just goodbye for now. So the big Julie fans, maybe have hope.
Wherever you are.
Yeah, wherever you are. Kurt. We know Kurt likes Julie. The butterfly clips will always be in our hearts. We love her hairstyles. And her songs were such a mood for season 1. So she added a lot to the show, even though her character wasn't always my favorite. But I mean, I remember when I first watched it when I was 11, however old we were. Like, I thought Felicity and Julie were like BFFs. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a BFF when I go to college. Like, I thought they were cool and they were BFFs. Obviously, as an adult now, I'm like, this doesn't seem right. But yeah, I think she added a lot to the show. And as a Power Rangers fan, when I was a kid, I loved the Pink Power Ranger too. So it was fun just seeing the Pink Power Ranger back on TV and doing something else. So Amy Jo Johnson, thank you. I know you're not going to listen to this, but thank you.
She might could if we tag her.
That's true.
I'll DM her. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Dr. Joe will do it. Dr. Joe and her will be best friends by tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, maybe like by the end of February. I wouldn't say tomorrow. Give me
tomorrow,
just
February 1st.
Give me a minute.
Wow.
Oh, well, feels like end of an era. I think a bunch of new story arcs are going to open up now for season 3. So join us for the rest of the ride.
I was going to say, hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts.
That's in my head a lot, too.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good quote.
Yes.
It is.
I mean, that's a good quote.
It is. It's a good one.
Is it hang on to your butts or hold on to your butts? Probably hang on to your butts.
I think it's hold on to your butts. And I can, like, visualize it, him saying it in my head, too.
That's my next ringtone. Text tone.
On that note, thank you, everyone, for listening once again. We will talk to you all next time.
Bye.
Felicity Was Here is produced, written, and edited by Heather, Melissa, and Dr. Joe. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Felicity Was Here Pod. If you're enjoying the pod, please leave us a review and help us spread the word. We appreciate you and would love to hear from Felicity superfans like us. So send us your feedback, ask us your burning questions, or just say hey at felicitywasherepod@gmail.com. We may even read your note in a future episode.